Hey guys, I'm pretty excited because I finally get to show you the new setup collection. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here we go into the room. And what I'm going to do first is give you a quick tour of what the space looks like, to give you a good idea of the space before we go into individual stuff. As you can see, I got a few things in here. So there's the Mega Man bookcase and the Kirby bookcase. And you can see the World of Nintendo cabinet against the wall where all the rarest stuff is. And this wall is all the carded figures. And the plushes. And there's a bookcase over there full of Nintendo stuff and some other stuff, Earthbound. You can see the Mario Kart right there. Rideable cart. And then there's all the Mario stuff. And here's a Mario Kart bookcase. And then we're just going to kind of wrap around. You can see the Amiibo Wall back there. And we're coming on the other side of the bookcase. And there's the area over there. And yeah, I see everything's really motion blurry, but go ahead and shut the door there. We'll get to some better shots. But this is just to show you the sheer volume of it all. We can talk about more stuff as we go on. So there's the door. It has the Smash Brothers promotional rollouts. And a bunch of other stuff. And then there's the Amiibo Wall. And I have just about the complete collection loose as well, but we use those ones upstairs. Some Talking Mario plushes. Shovel Knight. Then we have the wall of keychains and hangable things and little keychain figures and such. And I've got some Jack-specific Microland stuff on the edge there. And a Wario cutout. And some sound drops got there. Projector eggs. Rare keychains. Pez dispensers. Wristbands. Then we move on to some pins. We've got some pins there and some keychains and console stuff. Kirby keychains. And Mario coat hanger. Out of control. Sure you think so too. Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 1. And a Super Mario Ball, which is Mario Pinball. This is the random bookcase, so you've got a bunch of other franchises that I like. There's the Final Fantasy shelf. And there's some Kingdom Hearts and Ghostbusters and The Blob and Battletoads and such. And some more randomized plushes, Final Fantasy plushes, and whatnot there. Then we come up on this tower of boxed goods. You can see some ceramic Mario goods there. And some other figures. Here's the Twilight Princess standee with some other awesome Zelda stuff going up. And then beyond that is the golden Mario shelf, where I've got all my gold Mario stuff. It's like a little shrine. Then we have the Zelda bookcase. There's a corner that we can get some better shots of that corner in a second, but we're going to go down the bookcase real slow. We lost some light. But you can see it's classic Zelda on top, and then we go to Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. And then some more Majora's Mask with some Wind Waker stuff and Four Swords. And then we have Twilight Princess and the more modern stuff. some Skyward Sword, and then the plushes. This is the side of that shelf. We have some stuff on the wall, some basketball hoops and stuff. You notice the light switch to the room is also a Mario-related piece of merchandise. Some pins, some Jarapong sets, and those storage chests. And the Zelda castle. Those storage chests are full of boxes from a lot of those Gashapon sets and things. Here's that other corner I was talking about. It gets a little blurry here. I'm sorry for that. But there's ornaments and the real action hero figures. We're going to squeeze back in there that tall Link figure. We got some of those statues from First Four Figures and Dark Horse. We got a foam Wind Waker sword back there, and there's that skateboard. It's also a scooter and a Ravio helmet or hat. This is my pin collection. Of course, it's not all of it, but it's what fit on the board. And unfortunately, I shot this a while ago, and it's not quite up to date. So I'll probably do another video on it solo and talk about all these things that are there. There's a lot of rare pins there. And a lot of hard to complete sets. Here's in front of the big bookcases. You can see a lot of Christmas stuff, ornaments and such. And some Pixel Pals. Then you can see some of the statues. We got Wind Waker and Mega Man and that Conquer display that inside a papercraft tank. Proto Man, Darunia. We have Midna, a precursor orb from Jak and Daxter. The gold Link on Epona and the Link on the Epona, and then Ganondorf. Then we have the giant Mario statue and the wall just below the pin collection and that tower of boxed merchandise. Here's the Mega Man collection plushes, a random shelf, and then we have another random shelf full of like boxed goods and things. Then we have the Mega Man X shelf and the classic Mega Man shelf. And up top is a random assortment as well. And we got some masks up top. Old and new. Here's the in-between the Mega Man and Kirby bookcases, or some more Mega Man goods. Some boxed D-Arts, Figmas, and True Force collectibles. Brightness. Then we have the Kirby bookcase, which is plushes and classic Kirby, and then Kirby 64, and then some boxed goods, and a lot of Safubi sets and plushes. This is the back end of the bookcases. You can see a rideable Mario Kart back there as well in a box, and a Legend of Zelda dartboard, along with a bunch of other stuff. And there's an inflatable Mario who doesn't seem to want to stay inflated, and a Mario Mania display. This is the boxed goods tower again. Bunch of tabletop games, figures, and other kinds of stuff like that. Speakers. Some nice display items. This is going along the bookcases, so what's in these is a lot of boxed merchandise and stuff that wouldn't fit other places. Jarapong set accoutrement, and those are those golf slip color cover things, and chess and checkers and Connects figures, Pixel Pals, those Mario and Yoshi keyboard sets, Luigi's Mansion pocket watches, some model kits, battery operated Mario and Yoshi toy. And on the other side, we have a bunch of Monopolies, some Portal merchandise, and some random Mario Kart stuff. Other boxed goods, board games, Jack specific large items. Those crazy puppet coolers. Some Plants vs. Zombies stuff. More board games, Jar of Pong sets, box stuff. And this shelf is all of the fast food merchandise that's still in the package. For right now, it's just kind of shoved in there. And there's the side of that set of stuff that's next to the bookcase. And then we're at Ganondorf Wind Waker. Another tower of box goods. We got some Super Mario 3D Land figures, the Christmas Mario Santa, some Club Nintendo stuff, figure collection stuff, Safubi sets. Then we're going to go on the wall of carded figures. But up top, there's rare plushes of the Mario Kart set up there, and those Mario hats. And then we go down the carded figures. We see some more plushes. There's a lot of plushes back there, and the giant Mr. Saturn is out. And those tires from Mario Kart. Build-A-Bear Bowser. Then we're going to go back up. So that giant Mario plush is riding in the Mario Kart. You see some more plushes and some carded figures. Those Joyride collectibles, and then the Jack specific is all there. Those go deep, so each one of those Jack specific things, up top, the Super Mario RPG and the Koopalings and whatnot, and then each one of these Jack specific figures, you can see they go all the way back to complete the set on each one. Man and Samus statues on top of the Pikmin and Donkey Kong bookcase. So Pikmin is the top shelf. Then we have Donkey Kong. That's mostly just the figures and the classic stuff. But there's some country stuff on there too. Then we have some giant figures, boxed merchandise. Some more box stuff and figures. And then we have plushes. Alright, so there's the banner that was in the last room. It fit well in here too. And there's Skyward Sword Link on his loft wing. Number of statues up top there with some ceramic stuff. And then we have the World of Nintendo cabinet, which is pretty much set up exactly like it was in the last room, with some exceptions because I've got some more rare stuff in. We're going to zoom in on that a little bit. You can see the Mario family figures are in the same spot. Mario Stages, Shadow Colossus figure, bobbleheads. Some rare lunch boxes and some Crash Bandicoot stuff. And there's some Mario Stages back there and all the way up. You can see my Super Mario Bros. 3 sign is behind my Dark Link statue. Little Nintendo sign up there. There you go. It's the center of the room. And then we have the Mario shelves. So that's a random shelf. Then we have a bunch of just Mario figures that aren't part of sets. And I tried to keep all the sets together this time. So we have the Choco figures and the Applause sets and the Connects figures and then some plushes. Mounds and mounds of plushes. And on the sides there's just other random Mario stuff that I tried to keep sets together and things. So we'll pan up those now. We'll go up the plushes. And then you got some Super Mario World boxed merchandise and other loose stuff. And then some classic Mario stuff that's boxed. And some older Mario stuff that's boxed. And then we have the cookie jars. There we go. We got some Mario trophies. Viewfinders, telephones, bow biters, lucky coin set, the crane set, slot machine, and those rare plushes. And then we're going to come back up. You can see the Connects figures there and the Kubrick sets. Some of those rare figures in the back. And then we have a bunch of Figmas. Not Figmas. We have the Applause figures in the back. And those are the Choco sets, Choco egg sets from Futura. And then there's the random Mario shelf of figures that don't belong to sets necessarily. And some more awesome, very big Mario figures. And some jars and some cup holders and stuff. Then we have some more coin banks. Mario model kits. That Yoshi statue from Yoshi DS. And Mario and Yoshi RC set. Going down, there's a Luigi shelf that has Luigi only merchandise and also has some Yoshi on it. Those Play Arts figures, Figure Arts, and some light up figures, and then more plushes. Mario Kart. So here's all the Mario Kart stuff going from classic, and the top two are classic. And then we have Mario Kart 64 items. And then moving down a little bit farther, we have some more classic in the back, but it gets to Mario Kart Wii and Double Dash stuff. And then we have some more Mario Kart stuff there from Mario Kart Wii. And there's some more recent stuff like the Connects figures and stuff. So that's, we can see really high up now. I'm holding the camera up high. See the Kirby statues. This is coming down that randomized Nintendo and console merchandise shelf. So the top two shelves are going to be Nintendo merchandise that doesn't fit on another shelf. And some Wii merchandise, and you can see a bunch of different kinds of consoles in there. A Smash Brothers set to the right there. Then we have a random shelf of F-Zero and Star Fox and a bunch of other stuff. And then Earthbound shelves. Figures, plushes. You can kind of see back there are some Donkey Kong and Kingdom Hearts and Mega Man figures, some Ratchet and Clank. So those are all still here. You can kind of see in that corner too, there's some more Jakks Pacific stuff. Like the Wind Waker stuff and those launchers and some Hot Wheels. Bunch of different Hot Wheels. So I have all of the figures up to the point I made this video. So there are some left to add to the room. But that is the collection up to that point. And I've got some of the rare ones too. Walgreens exclusives and the trophy ones and prototype ones. Here's the Mario Mania mobile. And that plush nerd, the inflatable. There's Diddy Kong on his plane. And there's another Mario inflatable that's really rare. Some dice. And here's the other stuff that's on the wall, some Mario Strikers stuff. Kirby. And these are all above their respective bookcases for the most part. Or I just stuck them where I needed to stick them. So we got Mega Man and Classic Mario, and then we got the ugly Link mask, and then the more recent Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach items that they came out with. And a Twilight Princess poster and some other Zelda stuff that we have on the wall. Paper Mario mouse pad. And we got Samus up there and an inflatable Boo. I did take those out of the package and inflate them. And some Yoshi's Island puzzles and that Zelda timeline thing that's really cool. There's another Zelda poster. And a Shy Boo. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching.